A reminder. This is a graphic picture for all of us that this is actually what material existence is. It's a blazing forest fire. And it says here, Lida Loka, the people are afflicted. So we saw on the television, people lost their entire home, everything gone. Just like when we do a fire sacrifice. Like this time last Sunday, I was in Los Angeles and I was leading the chanting of the Bhagavad Gita. We do the entire 700 shlokas of Bhagavad Gita every year. And we had 3 fire yagyas. And after the last oblations, you look at the fire pit, it's all charcoal. So much grains and ghee because after every shloka, swaha, we were doing every shloka from start to finish, swaha. So after the smoke is there and you see it's all charcoal. So the material existence is just like that fire yagya. Everything is burning up. That's why when he asked me, burn, baby, burn. We're all feeling the pangs of material existence, every one of us, to a lesser or greater degree, depending on your situation in the modes of nature. Those in the mode of ignorance, they're burning the most. Those in the mode of passion, they are burning not so much. And then those in the mode of goodness, and even little. And those who have transcended these modes, they're not burning. We learn from Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, in chapter 14, Arjuna asks a very nice question of Krishna. My dear Lord, how does someone transcend the modes of nature? Because the modes of nature, guna can mean quality, or it can mean rope. So these ropes, these gunas, they're tying everyone, hard knot in the heart. Like I said, those in the mode of ignorance, so tight. Modes of passion, little less. Mode of goodness, slight. And then those who are free, there's no hard knot of material existence in the heart. There's no burning. So Arjuna's question is very important. How do we transcend these modes of nature? And Krishna's answer, like all his answers, is so nice. Mang chayo abhicharena bhakti yogena sevate. You transcend these modes by performing bhakti yoga, linking with God by the process of loving devotional service. Our Srila Prabhupada translates this word bhakti as loving devotional service. Right now you're doing bhakti. Like my godbrother said, hearing. That's the beginning of spiritual life. You want to have a spiritual life? How do you start? Start hearing. But what and who should you hear from? You should hear the science of God. All right, next question. Where is the science of God? Science of God? Bhagavad Gita. How many people study Bhagavad Gita? Good. So you can begin by reading Bhagavad Gita, or you can read the Srimad Bhagavatam. These 2 very important books. You begin by hearing. And not only these books, but you hear from a devotee. What's a devotee? You ask Lord Chaitanya, anyone who chants the name. What was that name? Wait, I didn't catch it. What was that name? Ah, yes. It's devotee. And there are different levels of devotees. So, you want to hear from a pure devotee, one who has no ulterior motive. A pure devotee is someone who simply wants to love and serve Krishna. That's who you want to hear from. Here in this movement, we have our pure devotee, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. We like to hear from him because we know he is a pure devotee. He demonstrated it. He didn't advertise, but by his actions, by his deeds, by his words, he demonstrated, yes, here is pure devotee. I remember the first time I saw Srila Prabhupada, my realization. At that time, coming from a Catholic Christian upbringing, all my life I had heard all about Jesus. So when I saw Srila Prabhupada, my realization was, I have found the modern Jesus. That was my realization back in 1973 in that wonderful Brooklyn temple. Dravida was there. Madhusudan and his wife was there. So many nice devotees. Oh yes, of course. Please forgive me. So spiritual life begins by hearing at any stage. If you want to improve, you want to increase, first thing you do, increase your hearing. And automatically, things will start to improve for you. So, this verse, Maha-dava-anala loka. The people are afflicted by the blazing forest fire of material existence. Because we're suffering at every moment either 1, 2, or 3 kinds of miseries. Adibhotik, Adidaivik, Adhyatmic. Miseries caused by other living beings. Just like where I live. I live in an apartment complex over 400 units. So, without getting nasty, I'm not going to say, but there are some people, I don't know what they eat. But as soon as they start cooking, I go, oh God, what is that? There's somebody, see, I live on the 3rd floor. So every once in a while, the guy below me, I don't know who it is, but all of a sudden this smell, and I'm reminded of this verse, the blazing forest fire of material. I don't know what this guy eats, but man, I got to burn like 10 sticks of incense to get rid of the smell. So this verse says, there is someone who comes to deliver us from this blazing fire of material existence. Tranaya. Someone to deliver. Just like the people in the regions that were burning, many instances they were told, you must leave now. The authorities came, you must leave now. No time for it, just leave. Otherwise, you will die. Or sometimes we saw earlier this year how there were massive floods, Houston and Florida. So they were also warned, now you have to leave. So those who heeded the advice, they were delivered. So we are delivered from the blazing fire of material miseries by the spiritual master. Now, there are three miseries, other living entities, our own body and mind, and then we saw this week miseries caused by the nature, caused by the devatas. But I have found a fourth misery, adibautic, adidaivik, adiatmic, aditechnic. Technology has become another misery. I was speaking about this last night in another temple. Can you even remember a time when you didn't have a cell phone? Yes. But now it's like, oh my God, I'm down to one bar. Oh, how will I live? We have become so dependent on technology. A few months ago, I came back from a trip to Denver and Minneapolis, and the day I came back, the whole apartment, the whole block, no electricity. And that was for like 2 days. And then I realized, oh my God, I am so dependent on technology. I couldn't even find where the bedroom was. Pitch black. I couldn't even find where the candles were. You know, you're supposed to have, but how can you find the candles when you can't see 2 feet in, oh, ow, you're bumping. We are so dependent. All right. I remember the first time I went to India in 1975, and I experienced what life in India was like. I realized, boy, are we spoiled in America. We're so spoiled. Of course, now India has, in some respects, surpassed America. But back then, 75, it was quite an experience to see, oh, this is a different kind of, it's a different world. I don't call it the third world. No, India is special. Special. I'm so grateful that I got to go 75, 76. Especially in Vrindavan, 75, 76. Vrindavan was so nice. Then I went back in 88. I went, what happened to Vrindavan? Where did it go? Yeah, so many buildings. It was like, wow, back in 75, 76, it was still, you could walk down the path and, you know, the peacock would come out, or so nice. But, and I don't know what it's like now. If 88 was complete transformation, I can't even imagine what it's like now. So, the spiritual master comes to deliver us. Why does the spiritual master do that? Next word, karunya. He is merciful. That's another symptom of a pure devotee. He's very, very merciful. Lord Kapila also mentions this. Titikshava karunika. The pure devotee is extremely tolerant, so forgiving, and at the same time, full of mercy. He's like a cloud. That's the next word. Gana ganatvam. Just like Krishna is known as Ganasyam. His complexion is like the dark blue rain cloud. So the cloud is the creation of the sun. So the sun evaporates water from the ocean and creates the cloud, which is what we need now. This is what California needs, rain clouds to come. Now, Indra, now do your Govardhan, Indra, now. Now we need it, because these blazing forest fires, this is what quickly will extinguish it. So the spiritual master is the mercy cloud, creation of Krishna, come to deliver the suffering, afflicted people in this material existence. And how does the spiritual master deliver? By his words. By his delivering the transcendental science. Again, this is why hearing is so important. We want to hear. We also sing in the morning every day. We sing a song. Guru Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chite Te Kariya Aikya Arna Kariya Mane Ash. The disciple is praying, O Gurudev, I simply want to hear the words emanating from your lotus mouth. And I don't want anything else. I just want to hear the message of Godhead from your lotus lips. Because that's how the spiritual master delivers, by transcendental knowledge. The spiritual master, just like Krishna says, Sarvadhaman parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja. Just surrender to me. The spiritual master says the same thing. Just surrender to Krishna. The spiritual master repeats the message of Krishna. The spiritual master is also considered to be a Kalyana Guna Arnavasi, an ocean of auspicious qualities. Because he's a pure devotee, then he has 26 transcendental qualities. These qualities are mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And interestingly enough, in the beginning of chapter 16, a different set of 26 qualities of a devotee are listed. But either way, the devotee, how you tell a devotee is by these qualities. So a devotee is, as I said, Kapil Dev says, tolerant and merciful. So this spiritual master, who is repeating the message of Krishna and is mercifully delivering the people of this age of Kali, then we offer our respects, our prayers to his lotus feet. Vande Guru Sri Charanara Vindam. Vande Guru Sri Charanara Vindam. Everybody. Guru Sri Charanara Vindam. Vande Vande Guru Sri Charanara Vindam. Vande Guru Sri Charanara Vindam. So I have 3 verses I want to cover. So this blazing fire of material existence also appears in another verse, the first of Lord Chaitanya's Shikshastakam. Lord Chaitanya left behind 8 instructions on the science of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And that first one, Cheto Darpana Marjanam. There are 7 benefits. By chanting Hare Krishna, you get 7 benefits. Just like I'm sure you householders, you have some investments, I'm sure, right? And you are very keen. How are my investments doing? Is Trump going to take it all away by his stupid tax codes? Am I going to lose everything? Are the super rich going to just plunder everything from the American people? So you're very concerned about your investment. And of course, you're looking for the best return on your investment. That's just intelligent. You want the best return. Forget the banks. That's not going to do you anything, rascals. So there are 7 investment benefits chanting Hare Krishna. First one, everybody say, Cheto Darpana Marjanam. First thing that happens, your heart becomes cleansed. What does it become cleansed from? Lust, desire, hankering, anger, greed, all these bad things. This chanting of Hare Krishna cleanses from the mirror of the mind. Why can't I see God? He's in my heart. Why can't I see? Because the mirror of the mind is covered with dust and dirt. Anyone who has not been in a particular place and you neglect it and then you come back to clean, you see so much dust and dirt. And you have to really clean it if it's been neglected, like an abandoned house. You have to spend so much time cleaning. So our hearts are like a mirror. Cheto Darpana. Lord Chaitanya is giving us something to meditate on. That the heart, the consciousness, the mind is like a mirror. But because it's covered by material misidentification, I'm misidentifying myself. I am man, I am woman, I'm American, I'm this is all ahankar. Ahankar is the meeting of the soul with matter and subsequently identifying as something material. So the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, the cleansing process begins. So this is why Lord Chaitanya urges, this is his first Shikshastakam. In his third Shikshastakam, he says, Kirtaniya Sada. How much should you chant? Always. Always. That's how much you chant. Prabhu, how long should I chant? How long you should chant? Till you see Krishna in the heart. Or another way I like to explain, until you hear the sound of Krishna's flute, keep chanting. But Prabhu, I've been chanting. That's all right. Keep chanting. Don't worry about it. You've only been chanting 40 years. Only. How many billions of lifetimes I've had? The covering of my heart is so thick. So yes, keep on chanting. Little by little by little, then one day I will see. And I won't just see God one time. I'll be seeing God always. Like that. So keep on chanting. Then the next installment benediction. Bhava Maha-dava-anala Nirvapanam. Again, that word, Davagni. Blazing fire, Bhava, of material existence. But this word, Nirvapanam, extinguishing. That's what everybody was waiting for. They were waiting for the helicopters and the fire people to come and extinguish the blazing forest fire. They had to wait patiently. So this chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra extinguishes this blazing fire of material existence in the heart, burning, hankering. We are so anxious, but this chanting of Hare Krishna extinguishes that burning in the heart. That's why we chant, everybody, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Then this next one, Sriya Kairava, the white lotus of good fortune. Everybody wants Ashirvad. Prabhuji, please give me your Ashirvad. Yes, everybody wants. Indian people, you know, right? So Ahmedji, please, give me your Ashirvad. But what we don't know is that this chanting of Hare Krishna, you can have Ashirvad always. Always. You don't have to go to India. You don't have to go here, there, spend money. No. You will get the white lotus of good fortune simply by chanting this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Chandrika Vitaranam. Just like the moon has its different phases, waxing and waning. When it's the phase of the waxing moon, then every night it gets a little brighter. Then Purnima, the full moon. Like last Sunday was that special, I forget the name. It was a special full moon. What was it called? I can't. Super, that's right. It was Parama Chandra. Yeah, so this chanting of Hare Krishna, it's not the waning moon. The waning moon, like right now, it's waning. Since full moon was last Sunday, then little by little, it's decreasing. But chanting